That's all right. Check my mic. There it goes. Okay. Yes, dog, you must bark. There are things to bark at. You must bark at them all. Oh, I forgot to grab everything. So last night we removed the daughter boards thing. And we stopped, after an hour or so because it just didn't make sense to keep continuing. Looks like my mic could use a little more volume. Let's see. Can I adjust that from here? Check 1 2, check 1 2. There we go. Hey, all right, that's better. So let's see. Let me get my cell phone set up so that I'm broadcasting, seeing the broadcast and the chat on my cell phone. Because I can't really see the monitor over there, right? Let's see, YouTube. So I've already let my soldering iron warm up. Really shitty old soldering iron, but it is what it is. One thing I did not get myself was a wet sponge. I should probably get myself a wet sponge. Just so I can clean the tip. Come on. Alright, let's mute the video. I think that's muted. Hey Jerry, what are you up to, buddy? Alright, let me get a wet sponge and I'm gonna be getting ready to rock here. Of course, the sponge is not soaking wet. Not doing good, buddy. Rebuilding my arcade cabinet. And doing some servicing to it so it doesn't break for the next 30 years or so. That way when my grandkids come around, and be like, yeah, you know what? This is what we used to play on. Okay, I'm gonna dip that guy in a little flux here. Nice. Oh, that is very clean. Okay. So what we got here, I don't know if you watched last night, but this is part of the CRT, right? So this motherboard here, I guess is a good way of saying it. This board here, they call these chassis, and these are what drive the picture tube. And this one's a pain in the ass. So this one is notorious for being hard to work on because there's something like 64 capacitors, which are these guys here and these guys here. They need to be replaced. So there's 64 of those guys. And I gotta go through one by one and get them all replaced, man. I got some tools here to hopefully help me out. We'll see how this goes. But we're going to start looking at this sheet here. And the sketchy thing is this thing's already been repaired a few times. It's all foggy now. Well, that's much better. I can read that. Let's figure out where I am. Daughter board 1, C603. No. 650. I think this is 732. 730. Okay, so this is definitely board 2. This one, I'm betting this is board 1, so we're looking for 603. Okay, this is board 1 here. We're going to start off on this guy here. Oh, man, and look at that. So this one is the hardest one because it's got this big-ass fucking heat sink that I'm going to have to fucking peel off. That's not going to be fun, my friend. That is not going to be fun at all. But luckily for us, I got some really nice solder wick here. We'll see what we can do to get this off of here. Why, hello, little dog. I have a little dog under my foot. I have a big dog to the right of me. Hi, big dog. No, this is not a goodie. I know what you're thinking. This is not that. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Hey, see, I got a little dog down here. Little dog. If I get this one board done tonight, I'll be happy. Even if it's just one, right? Alright, I hope this is hot enough. It is. Now, I had some other solder braid. I got no idea what I did with it, though. I think it would have been better for this because it was just bigger. Alright, we're going to move it around, too. We're not going to just work on one spot at a time because... Son of a bitch. And this is why we have the Helping Hands device. To give us a hand. Alright. One of those things. Now I kind of wish I would have bought some tweezers or some very fine this is not going to be fun to remove. These kind of things are never fun to remove, especially if you don't have a solder sucker. But so far so good. I do have quite a bit removed here. Just going to reconfigure this just a little bit. There we go. There we go. That was a nice bit cleaned off. All right, let's get this one. Ooh, that was a big gob I just got off there. That was very nice. We're going to flip this around. Nice big chunk. So, in case you're wondering how this works, this is basically very fine bits of copper, right? And there's also some flux in there. And what'll happen is it'll draw the solder out, which is what we're doing here. We're drawing the solder out because we need to free this heat sink. So I'm going to try and take as much solder out as I can with the solder wick. And then after that, it's just a matter of heating and prying, which kind of sucks, but that part of it is what it is. Yeah, I got some big gobs left on here. I don't know why it got away from me that time. Try repositioning it a little bit. Boof! Little corgis go boof. Alright, that one actually looks... That's all the way to the pad. That one looks like it's ready to just pop right out now. That one's nice and clean. Now I'm having trouble with this one. It's not too hot yet. Let's go ahead and see if we can get 2 arms on it and keep it nice and stabilized. There we go. That's looking pretty clean there. There. Let's go ahead and flip it around. That's looking really clean. Well, they're easy to distract. Just pick them up and give them a tasty little snack. Because that's the best one. Why does it keep hopping up? I wonder. All right, there we go. Not much left on this one. This one should come clean pretty quickly here. Oh yeah, that just came right out. And this one's a little bit of trouble. This one's a little bit of trouble. Stuck in there. Okay. Well, these might just require a little bit of heat. Try that. Ooh. She's coming. Hey. All right, let's get this cleaned up the rest of the way. And then we're gonna go ahead and start replacing caps on the board. What we're all here for. Yay! Secure. That is as clean as that one's gonna get. I guess so. That one's cleaned up nicely. I gotta be careful that shit doesn't fly into that motherboard, because that would almost certain do. What's going on, dude?
The mic on your stream is like...
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tuned in and...
I know what that's from.
Yeah.
So if you... Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Okay, is OBS up?
Yeah, OBS is up.
Okay, highlight the mic. Should be highlighted. Okay. Yeah, just click on it. Right there. Yeah. And then go to filters. And then go to see the eyeball next to noise gate?
Yeah.
Undo that. Okay. Close. Alright, that should do it. Oh, that I'm going to be using that with the big board over here later on. So I need to be able to hold that big board up so I can work on it. That's just a giant size clamp. Okay. Whoo, man. What a fun job this is. Alright, I need isopropyl alcohol and cotton swab because I need to clean off. So the wick, you may notice some spots that kind of look like some burn on there, right? That's actually solder flux. So I want to clean that now. Here we go. Alright, back at it. It's funny because I normally have this mic tuned up for when I'm playing video games and streaming, but my son came in and let me know that the noise gate was cutting in and out. And of course I probably could have dicked with the noise gate some more, but the iron's hot. And ain't nobody got time for that. Little dog. What? What is it, little dog? Okay, we don't need a whole lot there. Nice clean swab. Oh yeah, that cleans it right up. Put my glasses back on. I used to watch my dad do this shit all the time when I was a kid, right? And I was always interested. I was never good at it. And even now, still not that good at it. But sometimes the way you get better at something is by trying. That's all you can do, right? You can just give it a try. This is actually my first time recapping a monitor. tell him, Beatrice. Don't take that shit. You tell that fucking dog. Hey, Jerome. Hey, bring me some clean Q-tips. Ooh, that's not good. Thanks, buddy. I just need a couple. No, you need some. Okay, that's good. So, I see a small crack on the board. I don't think it's anything too serious. That's from where I was. It's just a little bit of trace lifted up from where I was lifting up on the shielding. The rest of it looks okay though. I don't see any cracks. Okay. So, let's go ahead and move this over here. We're going to do daughter board. 603. So what you do is you look on the sheet. It says 603. You look here. 603 is going to be this guy right here, right? 603 is going to be this guy. So, I'm going to find it on the back side. And the neat thing about capacitors is they are always labeled. So you may notice that stripe on the one side. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that stripe there says negative. So we're going to look for a 330 UF 25 volt. And technology has progressed such that this thing may actually be smaller than the original. Let's see. This one, 250 volts. So I know this ain't going to be it. We're looking for a 25 volt. This is where the magnifying glass comes in. $50 volt. Nope. Well, this guy. $63 volt. That's not going to be it. Not it. $47.50. This is it. Right? That's what I'm looking for. $47.50. No, I'm looking for a 330. 330.50. So this is not it. God damn it. $2100. This is not going to be it. No fucking way. $470. So Sometimes it can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. 100. Well, I'm looking for a 330. It's gonna be this guy. That's a big one. Could it be one of these tiny little fucks? Let's see. Close that. Nope, it ain't one of these guys. It's gonna be something roughly the same size physically. I can just keep you know what? I'm just gonna go for things that kind of look the same size physically before I start digging into other weird shit. $330.25. $330.25. Here it is. Haha. Triple check. $330.25. $330.25. Okay. There we go. What a pain in the ass, right, folks? So we're going to flip this guy over. And we know these two contacts are it. We get our solder braid, trim it a bit. This isn't going to be nearly as messy as some of the other stuff we've removed. I might save the solder braid for after. So what we're going to do here, we're going to heat this leg up and wiggle these out one side at a time. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah, just suck some solder off of that. Side came off nice and easy. All right. Oh, it's loose. It's coming now. Okay. It's out. $330.25. $330.25. That's $603. All right. I'm sorry, I'm listening to Bob's Burgers playing in the other room. And the kids are talking about giving Bob a bachelor party. Alright. So, as far as solder tonight, we're using some good old Radio Shack. It's probably been a few years since some of you guys seen good old Radio Shack. But you know, it's leaded solder. They don't make this shit anymore. It's illegal to have it. There we go. First capacitor is done. Alright, so I'm going to get a pen so I can mark as I go along. I think I'm just going to heat that one joint up I'm not happy with. Okay, that's done. Just not happy with the cut on this one, so I'm just going to give it a quick heat. Okay. That's good. Okay, 709. 1 UF 50 volt. I think this is it here. That's it. Well, the shorter leg's always going to be the negative side. So let's see. 709. 708. This be 709? This looks like 709, maybe? Well, I guess let's do some other ones for now. 603, 622. I don't think this is the right board. I mean, and this was 16 volt 330 UF. Shit. Shit. So let's see if we can find a 709. 703. 602. 601, 602. Well, now I'm worried. I don't know if this is... Well, I know the UF is what's important, right? It's not the volts. It's the UF. So this is a 330 UF. I think it means it can handle up to 25 volts. So that should be all right. All right. Let's see if there's a 622 on here. No. It's all fives, so that one looks right. This one. 7777. Let's see, it's 709 on here. Okay. Okay. So we're not going to worry too much about that then. Let's just go ahead and try and manually whatever we can. If we don't see a 622 on here, it's not going to be the end of the world. There's this one floating. I don't want to fuck with that one. What about 708? 708, 707. Okay. So 47 UF 50 volts. 47 UF 50 volts. So it's probably going to be some of these guys here. $50 10 UF. This is not it. There's a few of them. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to have to go gusto on this shit then. 6.8. I think what I really need to do is categorize these fuckers. Oh, is that it? I think that's it. These are it. These are them. These are some 4 set. Doesn't say 4.7, does it? Or is that 4.7 or is that 47? $47. 4.750. Here we go. Ooh, this one's dirty. So these are both, this one's 100 UF, and this one's 1. $16-volt, 10 UF. Let's just replace those then. See if we can work backwards. 709. $752. 10 UF, 50 volt. It's gonna be this guy here. Ten UF 50 volt. 10 UF 50 volt. Is that right? $752, $752. Check the value of the cap itself. $10 UF. Okay. Cool. It's even marked. All right. Let's go ahead and. Oh man, that was like sketchy because you're trying to match up numbers and shit, and they don't match. Is that the voice of Betty White? I'm hearing Betty White. The funny thing is, who knows how long these through-hole components are going to be around, right? Because everything's gone surface mount. Alright, another one bites dust. $7.52. You are knocked out. $7.53. Well, you know what? I'm going to clean some of this. Flux off of here. 753. It's going to be this guy. Cleaned off pretty nicely. Check 753 to a 50. There we go. Now we're getting the swing of things. Good. $753. You're out of there. Clean this guy off now. Okay. Okay, so that's all my 10s, right? Yeah, that's all my 10s. So now we're doing needles and haystacks. Tens, yeah. All right. So that's 47. I'm looking for 4.7. I know I saw one earlier. I'm like, what the fuck? 6.8, that's not it. Well, let's find which one we're going to do first. So we're going to go after 709. About 601. 601 is a different type of capacitor. 622. Okay, I found 622. Right there. 622 is a 4.7 50 volt. 50 volt, 10, 1. I know I had a pack of these somewhere. Maybe these are them. 4.7, 50 volt. This is it. Man, these things are like so old. Nobody is repairing these things anymore. Just crusty old fuckers like me, I guess. Funny thing is, my dad's an older, crustier fucker than me. He's from that boomer generation. Nobody likes the boomers. Nobody likes the boomers. Alright. One last check. 622, 4.750, 4.750, 622. Alright. So now I got a new technique, and that new technique is... Whoa. Hang on now. So 622 is one of my jumpered ones. So there's this resistor. Shit. Well, good thing I didn't start going hog wild on fucking wiggling that shit. No, Ashton, so... Okay, check this out, dude. So, this fucker right here, see how it's kind of fucking jumpered, right? Like it's got some fucking cables going. So there's a spot number 622, which is right here, right? And I just desoldered that shit. But then you look on the other side, and it's there's a capacitor there, but it's jumpered. So 622, there's a resistor jumper to it here, and then from the positive side, that's going to the negative side of the capacitor and then back out again. So, you know, it's really hard without a fucking data sheet. You know what I'm saying? And then if that's not confusing enough, looking at the board here, it goes across again, and then it hits this fucking green wire here, right? Hits this fucking green wire here. It fucking goes to this bank of resistors. So it's like, wow, man. I don't fucking know what to do with that. I mean, I guess I'm going to see if the capacitor matches. Right? That's all I can do. But what do we got here then? We got a 25 volt 4.7 UF. So it's the same one. Well, it's not the same. But this one's rated for 25 volt, where the one I'm putting in is rated for 50 volts. So I think I will be okay. It looks like I think I'll be able to jump it. So I don't know why that jumper was even there, but I'm not good. You know, this thing was working before I took it apart, so you know, I'm just gonna say, you know what? It was working before I took it apart. I'm not gonna fucking reconfigure shit. I'm just replacing capacitors, right? Okay. So that resistor should be shored up now. So yeah, it looks like what they did was they took the leg and then they covered it in some sort of a shrink wrap. Okay, I'm going to say it's this guy here. Fuck, I lost it. You know, I'm going to get the Sharpie. I'm going to fucking mark that shit, and I'll just fucking clean it with ISO afterwards. Let's say it's this guy here. Alright. Let's do this. So yeah, I was having trouble making geometry adjustments, and I know the pot was working, just wasn't working as well as it should have. Okay. So I guess since this heat shrink's already cut to the right length, we'll go ahead and reuse that. Alright, there we go. I think this will do it. Okay, this needs to go down just a little bit. There we go. I barely got any meat coming through the other side. So I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter. There we go. That's a little more meaty. All right. That should be enough meat to get that back on there. One last check that I got polarity correct. And I do. Okay. There we go. All right. Work 622 is done. I can't even tell where the other one went. Let's see. Okay, I can see it now. I think I can see it. All right, where's my snips at? There they are. $622, you are done. $707, you're going to be 47 UF. I just saw that on the board too. 707, there it is. So 707 is going to be this guy. He's going to be kind of squeezed in there a bit. We should be able to get them out. Is it bedtime, sweetie?
Yes, it's bedtime.
Well, everybody, you heard the wife. It is bedtime. So I'm going to stop here. And, we will continue this tomorrow night. Thank you. Thank you for watching, everybody.
What smells weird?
Probably soldering iron.
I can't wait till we move to Brookings and we have 3 garages for you to do all that crap in.
Will they be heated?
But your world. You can keep whatever you want.
Yeah.